My name is AsherBryan, and I am here to present a philosophy to you that has helped me through times in my life that may have been considered rather difficult. So my goal and obligation of presenting this to you is hopes that you will utilize this in your life and get yourself through these difficult moments. I tell you that actions without belief are dead. They are dead from the moment that you decided not to believe. Because how can you achieve anything if you don't believe that you can do it? Is it even possible to reach a goal without ever believing you can?
These people need to get started. Why aren't they starting? We all know the answer is fear. But the difference with you guys or me or anybody who's followed through is we're more afraid of what life would be like if we don't follow through than the person who's willing to settle for what they got and kind of hope it'll change and maybe
I tell you that belief without action is futile. And what I mean by this is it is impossible to bring your beliefs to reality if you do not act on what you believe in. How can you bring your belief to reality without any effort? Baby's first steps. How does this baby learn to walk? Well, they see you walking. Therefore, they attempt, but they don't walk at first. They first crawl, and they continue to crawl until they can lift themselves up. Then they walk.
What is a belief and does it shape our reality? A belief is an idea that you hold to be true, and usually these ideas are imbued in our consciousness in early childhood.
So belief to me, it is not something that you can see. It is something that comes from within the person that believes. It is something that that person hopes for, and it is something that that person can justify. It is something that is true to them. So I ask you, what do you believe in? And I'll start by telling you what I believe in. I believe in truth, I believe in peace, and I believe in goodwill to those who seek the truth. So in order to justify that this is actually your belief, you have to ask yourself, how did you obtain this belief? Now, when I think back to how I obtained my belief, it was through struggle, hard struggle. But it was because of this struggle that I obtained these beliefs, and these beliefs actually helped me to be able to make it through this struggle with a smile on my face and actually be able to help other people within that struggle. So you have to ask yourself, truly ask yourself, be honest with yourself, because you can lie to someone else, but you can't lie to yourself. You know the truth. Now, did your beliefs come from you, or did they come from a family member as you were growing up? Or maybe they even come from a friend, someone you're very close to. You might have a question like, why is it so important to believe, Asher? Well, I tell you that every success story has one thing that sets them apart from the failure that didn't make it. And that one thing is that they chose to believe. They chose not to give up. They chose to keep going when it got tough. So let me give you a practical example. When you were in high school and you were in gym class and you were running, and you see someone at the front of the line, maybe you're somewhere in the middle of the line, and there's someone in the back of the line, okay? So what's the difference between the person in the front and the back? I tell you that the person in the front of the line is saying that they're not going to be at the back of that line. But you can apply this to any point in your life. If you're constantly thinking negative about your relationship, you're coming home and, you're not projecting good beliefs to your partner, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to break up. You're not going to stay together. You're being negative. So I'm going to tell you how you can change your belief. You need focus, you need perspective, and you need awareness. You have to become aware of your thoughts. I'm not saying you're never going to have a negative thought, but when you have that negative thought, you need to be aware of it, and you need to turn it into a positive reinforcement. I truly believe that the most important way to change your belief is to be aware of the language that you use. Because if you're telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, or if you're speaking on it, your words are going to become reality. You're really not going to be able to do it. Change the way that you speak. So now you have arrived at positive affirmation. First, you must have a positive belief. Then you must act, affirm that positive belief, bring it into reality. The only way to do that is to stay positive and believe what you're saying. Now, I must remind you that if you decide not to act, you are still in return acting on your belief, because it is your belief that you do not have it within yourself to stay positive. So always keep in mind, no matter what you do, you have to master your own mind. Now, I reiterate, the number one way to stay positive is awareness. So be aware who you're around. Be aware of what they say. Be aware of your own thoughts. And to master your mind. So the overall message that you should be getting is to 1, be aware. 2, your language. Focus on your language. Focus on the words that are being said. And 3, you must affirm, have a positive belief, and then affirm that belief. Act on that belief. And then you will stay positive. Thank you for watching. Asher Bryan.